Hello everyone, welcome to another Android development tutorial. In this video we're going to be going over the floating action button. So let's jump right in. Alright, so in this we have our constraint layout here and we're actually going to wrap it in a coordinator layout. Coordinator layout helps us with displaying the floating action button over the other UI elements. So we're going to wrap our constraint layout in a coordinator layout. So we can get rid of this and just start typing coordinator layout. There we go. And then we can get rid of these three properties since they're redundant, since they're up here. Okay. All right. So now we need to wrap the coordinator layout. There we go. And then we can actually take this constraint layout and move it over so it looks better. There we go. Alright, now outside of the constraint layout we can add the floating action button. We'll wrap content here. Alright, and then we can add a ID and we'll just call it fob. Alright, and then we can specify layout gravity, and then we're going to have it be bottom, and then we're going to do this little separator here, and we're going to say end as well. Alright, so now it should be in the bottom right hand corner. There we go. So we can actually add some layout margin to this now. So let's go find layout margin, and we're going to do we want some at the bottom and we want some at the end. So layout margin end, we can just say 16 dp, and then we can say the same for layout margin bottom. Alright, cool. So now we have to specify a source. So let's go find that here in this properties or this attributes menu. Here's src. So we can press this icon right here, and inside, since we don't have the icon downloaded, we can just hit Android and then find this menu inside of the Android, and there it is right there. IC input add. Okay. So we can add that, and boom. Let's zoom in, and there it is. Looks good. And we can actually delete this button now. Our layout's going to jump a little bit. That's alright. So now let's go to our main activity. Okay, so it should be giving us here an error. Yep. Instead of the counter button, we can just say fob set on quick listener. Okay, so let's go ahead and run that now. And we will see, again, the floating action button behaves just like a button as far as your ability to click it. There, of course, are other things you can do with it, such as dragging it and multiple other things as well. You can play around with the properties, but just to get a simple floating action button up on the screen, you need to make sure that it's inside of a coordinator layout and that you're good to go. So let's take a look at, oh, it's still building. So we can actually look at the properties. So we're going to click floating action button in this component tree, and then you can actually specify, if this is too big, you can hit fob size. Let's go ahead and find that. Oops, I scrolled past it. There you go, fob size, and then we can just say mini, which will of course make it look a little bit smaller. My interface builder, or my XML is taking a second to render. There it is. Alright, and we are launching the activity now, so let's go take a look. Alright, so we press this floating action button and our counter goes up. Behaves just like a normal button, but this makes it look a lot better, and it's a very nice widget to be able to use. So, but it can be confusing, especially if you're not used to wrapping it in a coordinator layout. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Join me in the next one.